You know, as an 18-year-old who's going into college, into my second term of college, I realized that I'm really afraid and scared of being cringe. And obviously, cringe is to be someone different, to like something different against the norm, against what society deems as normal. But, at the end of the day, the people who are the most happy are the people that I even find cringe. People who are, with their friends during lunch and they talk and they gossip and they go to these public settings like libraries and they hang out and do all these things. These people are happy. These people are flourishing. These people don't have any regrets at this moment. They're living their life as they want to. They're not being held back, and I think that's a big problem society deals with is that everybody's too afraid to be their own self. Everybody goes into work with a facade. Everybody acts like they love their boss and their coworkers, and yet they disdain them. They don't like them. They hate them. If anything, their job they don't like either. But some people just many people, if anything, are just forced to have to kiss ass in order to get somewhere in life, and I think that's a shame and it's a tragedy that this has been built into the generations previously, into mine, Gen Z, and into the future ones, Gen Alpha and Beta. And I don't want to have to be someone who's the only one who's sort of, I guess, understanding of what's really happening to our society. Everybody is becoming like one thing. Like we're all becoming this, like very two dimensional. I feel society is becoming two dimensional. Everybody will eventually like the same thing, do the same things, eat the same things, and literally be the same people. There's going to be no diversity. Everybody's going to do what they believe is normal, what society deems normal, because we're afraid of standing out. And I don't understand why we have to be. I myself, I like to play video games, right? There are many people who sometimes don't think video games are worth time, or they might think, not sure, watching anime is not cool and stuff like that. I watch these things because I love them. These are passions. These are things that I find enjoyment with, and yet there are many times I myself, have trouble or just don't even speak about the things that I like because, you know, I'm also scared of being, perceived in a different way. I want to be able to have relationships and make friends and do all these kind of things, and yet I fear to be my true self when I quite literally preach for on this channel to be yourself, to not hide yourself, and yeah, I'm a hypocrite of what I say. I'm no better than the people that I talk bad about or I don't like. And this is something that I realized a couple of days ago because I was notified that one of the people at my job that I quit, I would say around a week or two ago, contacted one of my family members who works there and told them that they'd be willing to hire me to do someone else's job at the same organization, but just pay a bit more. And I was told that they would contact me, and they haven't contacted me yet. And this person has constantly said to the family member that, oh, I've contacted this person, which is me, blah blah blah, blah, trying to do all these things, and I'm like, are you joking? I left this job because I felt that I was being cheated out of my time, and at some point, money isn't the only thing that matters in this world, but money is still something that I hold very dear to myself because I know this is one of the only ways I'll be able to live the life that I really want, be free, and spend time with people that I love. And yet, it's something that holds me down because if anything, I'm a shallow person. I talk about having to find your true self, and yeah, I still struggle with these things because I want to be able to preach things, to say things that I will eventually do, or that I want to do, or that I will believe that I can do myself, but I want to have other people do it because I'm afraid. I'm no saint, nor will I ever say that I am, or ever will be, but if anything, I really do want people to be happy. And I want people to understand that in this world, everyone is against you. You may say that, oh, that's quite rude or just very dark for someone to say, but let's be honest. If you're doing better than somebody else, like your neighbor, and you're the same age, same demographic, same everything, people are just not gonna like you. People don't like to see other people succeed because they feel that they aren't doing as good as they should be. You could be around the same age, or you could be older than me, and yet I still feel inferior to you if I believe that you're doing better to me than me. But at the end of this, at the end of the day, what are we doing is something that we need to understand and love because once our time is up, who are we gonna have other than ourselves to say that I'm leaving this world with a good and fulfilling life, with a great family, and I have no regrets. Because at the end of the day, there are too many things in life that are too short for all of us to experience, such as traveling the world or spending time with family members or just doing things that we wish that we could on our bucket list. Sometimes it could be an issue of monetary value, which is money, or just a thing of time, the issue of time, because many of us have to work many long hours and we're compensated very little to what effort that we put into. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to talk about this. I thought this is a really pressing issue that had to be discussed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.